This is Guru Focus Market Today, your afternoon market brief for Friday, August 14th. Here's where things stand. The S&P 500 posted its third consecutive weekly gain, edging lower on Friday, but maintaining upward momentum as investors balanced optimism with recent volatility. The index's resilience comes despite mixed economic signals and sector rotation, with continued attention on inflation and consumer spending trends. Turning now to individual stocks, Reddit shares surged 11% after being announced for inclusion in the S&P 500 index, boosting investor confidence in the social media platform and highlighting its growing market relevance.
Meanwhile, Broadcom shares dropped sharply following the discovery of a major security vulnerability in VMware products, raising concerns about cybersecurity risks for enterprise customers and putting pressure on the broader technology sector. On the economic front, U.S. retail sales saw their largest monthly decline in over a year, with July figures showing an unexpected drop as consumers pulled back on spending amid persistent inflation concerns. Staying with macroeconomic news, the U.S. Treasury's latest 30-year bond sale resulted in the highest yield since 2001, reflecting rising government borrowing costs and shifting investor sentiment toward long-term debt. Elsewhere, U.S. consumer sentiment declined in August, with the University of Michigan's index falling, as households expressed ongoing worries about inflation and the broader economic outlook. This next story is about Apple, which has proposed a 15% commission on purchases made outside its App Store. The move is designed to address regulatory scrutiny while maintaining a key revenue stream, as the company adapts to changing legal and competitive pressures. Also making news today, Disney's Parks division outperformed last quarter, with CEO Josh D'Amaro emphasizing renewed clarity and stability for the company, despite recent declines in its stock price. Turning to the fast food sector, Burger King is capturing market share from McDonald's, with rising sales intensifying competition within the industry and signaling shifting consumer preferences. Meanwhile, Tyson Foods is permanently closing its Joslin, Illinois beef plant, affecting 2,700 workers, as the company restructures operations in response to a severe cattle shortage. In the payment space, PayPal remains under scrutiny as analysts review CEO Enrique Lores's leadership and ongoing speculation surrounding potential mergers and acquisitions. On the regulatory front, Radiant World is facing mounting legal scrutiny, with claims against its assets doubling since 2025, as U.S. authorities intensify investigations into the iron ore trader's business practices and invoice validity. Elsewhere, the FDA has issued a Class 1 recall for 19 million eggs due to potential salmonella contamination, warning of serious health consequences and underscoring on food safety concerns. In the pharmaceutical sector, Bristol-Myers Squibb received accelerated FDA approval for Zenbexis, a first-in-class CELMoD therapy for multiple myeloma, marking a significant milestone in cancer treatment. Turning to corporate leadership, billionaire investor Bill Ackman has returned to Netflix, acquiring 3 million shares 4 years after previously exiting his position at a loss, signaling renewed confidence in the streaming giant. Meanwhile, Kalshi has been ordered by a state judge to halt most of its operations, including sports bets, following regulatory challenges across multiple states. In international policy, the Trump administration is encouraging Japan to maintain accommodative monetary policy, influencing global currency and economic dynamics as central banks weigh their next moves. Finally, notable insider transactions include Tor Olav Troim purchasing 1.5 million shares of Borr Drilling at $4.02 per share, and Joaquim Duato selling over 123,000 shares of Johnson & Johnson at $261.17 per share. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.